And in case anyone still hasn't figured it out, the whole Republican, Democrat split of the population in two rival camps is nothing more than theater meant to distract while those in control loot not only the here and now, but also rob the future generations blind. Because the sad truth is that behind the fake veneer of either progressive ideals of conservative values, politicians on both sides have one simple directive: to perpetuate the broken status quo for as long as humanly possible and get as rich as possible in the process. The two-party system is proving to be an abject failure in the US. People who think they are out to end the Fed are delusional. They are ecstatic with their actions, and they wanted zero interest rates and QE even before the pandemic came along. Politicians on both sides have one simple directive: to perpetuate the broken status quo and get as rich as possible in the process. If the majority of sheeple are too stupid to notice or to prevent this, then I don't see why not. Life is basically the evil preying on stupid. And it is so hard to convince people of that one simple fact. Republican, Democrat are different spellings of the same thing: currency value. The ability to save without the risk of being pilfered by your own government should be every citizen's birthright. Parable. You can print tons of money, but that doesn't double the yield of crops, provide a massive number of exotic sports cars, or manufacture more beachfront homes. And the sometimes stealthy, sometimes brutal erosion of the value of our money is nothing less than government-directed theft. Theft that ultimately puts large portions of the population in a state where, tada, the government is forced to step in and provided for the day-to-day needs of the poor masses, which their monetary policies pretty much created. The fact of the matter is a real free market solution destroying millions of businesses, and putting millions of people out of jobs would have laid the foundation for a new renaissance in the USA economically, socially, and culturally. The USA would have emerged from this disaster as a new competitive force in the world and told China to suck it. Yes, it would have been the greatest redistribution of wealth in the history of economics. It would have been the phoenix rising before there are ashes. It would have been the total renewal of the USA. Instead, these idiots are so intent on protecting the status quo that they have destroyed the USA through the back door and told the American people they are only worth $1,200 to get pissed on their heads. The Fed lends to the US government by buying treasuries and lends to public banks by extending credit in the open market. Interest must be paid on that debt. Since there is always more debt than money in the economy, it can't all be repaid without borrowing more. The system is designed this way. It's a more sophisticated form of enslavement. The public debt is never going to be paid down. While the sheeple were fighting over toilet paper, the overlords are bickering over trillions. It's a big club and you ain't in it. The ability to take advantage of all this debt is definitely a club very few are in.